Hello boys and girls, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the Sir Alex Ferguson save, and today, mixture of games really, to be fair. First one against Maccabi Haifa in the Champions League, where reserve side are going to get a run out against these boys, and then we go away to Stamford Bridge, first versus six in the league, and hopefully we can keep our good run of form going in the league. Haven't been beaten, haven't dropped points yet in the league, and hopefully we won't start today. As always, if you are enjoying the series, why don't you go down there and hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already, and then tick the bell icon so you're notified every time a video goes live. Now, as you can see on screen, this is going to be the lineup that goes up against Haifa in this first game. We've got Christians in goal, Van Zanten, Bevis, Davis and Luis Enrique are the backline. Leite, Cook and Maya are the midfield three. Perry on the right, Keane on the left, and Fetiarp up top. Porcone, Embolo, Marin, Lauritsen, Marquez, Van der Hurst and Teixeira all on the bench. The rest of the boys just have a little rest this week, and say they'll be involved with the Chelsea game anyway. But let's submit this team. Let's go straight into this one and hopefully have a few goals to celebrate. Here we go then. We kick off in this Champions League group stage game. The group isn't finished. As you can see there, both us and Valencia on 11 points. Perry whipped that ball into Leite at the back post. Arbs at there, can't turn it round, and Van Zanten just fires it forward to Leite again, but gets tackled. And early chances for us and Valencia on 11 points, as I was saying. Valencia got Juve in this game week, and if Juve can do us a favour, we can tie, we can round off first already with one game to play. Well on top in this game. 20 minutes gone, still 0-0 though. Enrique throws the ball into Leite, back out to Luis Enrique. Van Zanten, time and space on that right hand side, takes it over on that right hand side. Arps there, great save by Zubas, back to Keane, great block by the Haifa players, and Arp 6 yards out, needs to get that header on target. Say we're knocking on the door, just not opened it just yet. Leite whipping that ball in, Moise Keane straight at Zubas again. It's going to be one of those days where the goalkeepers or goalkeeper for the opposition side are going to, terrorise us a little bit. Hopefully we can break the deadlock now. Flicking that ball on, trying to find Moise Keane, but we get it again. Moise Keane trying to whip that ball into Fetiarp, and Levi gets tackled by Leite, goes for goal, and Raul Leite scores his second goal of the season just before the half-hour mark. Knocking on that door for half an hour, we finally broke through. Good ball in from Moise Keane, but just couldn't reach Fetiarp. Levi just gets dallies on the ball, really, and Leite just jumps in there. Lovely finish. Zubas gets a hand to it, not enough. 1-0 Newcastle. Leite, free kick, goes for goal. Zubas is there, saves it, and he saves from Bevis as well. The man is having one of those days. We've come up against three goalkeepers at home in the Valencia games, the Juve games, and now the Haifa games. Just had goalkeepers on form. He's on a 7.0. I think it was really on a 7.9 last time out, trying to keep the scores down. Coming into half time corner, Perry goes to the back post. Bevis takes it under control. Finds Lewis Cook. Back to Bevis on that right-hand side. Can he get the ball in? He can. Myers there. Heads just wide. And say it could be 2 or 3 up already in this game. But we're going to go into half-time 1-0 up. And I think Juve are drawing with Valencia, which will be enough, I think, to help us secure top spot in this one. Go into the dressing room. I'm actually going to say not happy with the performance out there. Fetiarp on a 6.4, and hopefully he will score some goals in this second half. Barak into Harish, back to Barak now. Haifa having a little bit of the ball in the early stages of this second half. Lovely ball out to the left back, and good tackle by Van Zanten, but he rides it. Davis gets the ball clear for a second time as well, and we surround the player there. Barak getting the ball back out to the left back. Van Zanten with a good tackle, and this time we can break. We can hit them on the counter-attack. Fetiarp, lovely ball over the top to Moise Keane, and he's not going to miss from there. His second goal of the season. He's had some injury issues this season. Fetiarp, lovely pass from him from this right hand side, switches the ball really quickly to that left hand side, and Moise Keane, I think it was around about 6 yards out, passes it past Zubas. 2-0 Newcastle. 10 minutes into the second half, Zubas gets the game underway from a goal kick, and Davis nods it down to Moise Keane. Lovely switch out to Will Perry. Cuts inside. Can he find Fetiap? He can't. It's a good tackle from the left back. Luis Enrique finds Leite. Drives into the box. Can he score his second? He can't. Zubas came out. Narrowed down the angle. Good save from the keeper yet again. And it's a corner kick. Perry outswinger now. Can he find Arp at the back post? He tries to find Davis. Keane gets there. A little bit of a pinball wizard. Falls back to Keane. 2 chances of trying to score, but Zubas keeps us out. 7.1 he's on. We've had this all the way through the Champions League group stages. Keepers coming and playing the games of their lives, but we are still 2-0 up with 20 minutes to go. Enrique throws the ball in to Lewis Cook. Back to Enrique. Leite again. Driving into the box. Goes for goal, and that's his brace. That's his 3rd goal of the season. That's 3-0 to Newcastle. Game over with 10 minutes to go. And I think I saw flashing into the top left-hand corner, Juve have just gone ahead against Valencia. So that will settle top spot for us in this group, and that's a lovely finish from Leite. 3-0 Newcastle. And there we go, full-time whistle goes. The reserve team did really, really well. Raul Leite really coming into his own there. 9.4 for him and 8.4 for Moise Keane coming back from an injury. The back 4 playing fantastically well. 2 youngsters there in Bevis and Davis playing really well in Champions League football. And let's just see if that does actually give us top spot with a game to go. Looking at the group stage, it doesn't give us top spot. We need to probably get at least a draw away from Valencia with the head-to-head. We drew last time out 0-0. And what was the rating with the goalkeeper there? 7.2. So we've had a 7.2. We've had a, let's have a look at the Juve game, a 7.9 from Geronimo Rulli. And we've just had a 6.9 from Zubas. So 3 keepers have come to St James's Park and really set their stall out to try and stop us. So we'll have to go to Valencia and get a point. But next up, Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Right, here we go. Away at Stamford Bridge in the league. And looking forward to this one. So we've got Rakitic in goal. Telia, Pocone, Zagadou and Bilal are the back line. We've got Lawrenson and Marquez. I'm just going to swap them round. Can Marquez play there? Yeah. Marquez, Cook and Lawrenson in the middle of midfield. Edimar on the right, Marin on the left, Van der Hurst up top. Enrique, Perry, Teixeira, Leite because of his great form against Haifa in last game out. Van Zanten's there, Keane and Fetiap. Let's go. First versus 6. What's going to happen? Corner, and it's going to be Marin to whip it in, and finds Varno van der Hurst, and he puts us 1-0 up just after 20 minutes. Marin's lovely delivery again breaks the deadlock, and Van der Hurst just rises above the defender there, number 7 for Chelsea, and puts us 1-0 in the lead. Marin again, just before the half-hour mark, finds Van der Hurst and he's put it in again. That's his 2nd of the game. I say something he adds a little bit different to Fetiap. He likes a header, he likes a challenge in the air. And Marin again with a great delivery. And 2 or 3 Chelsea players around him. And he's not going to miss from 3 yards out. 2-0 to Newcastle now. But highlight after we've scored that 2nd goal. And are Chelsea going to come up the other end and score and kind of get a goal back straight away? And they've just managed to sneak a corner out of us there. Deflection from the cross from Rakitic needed to push that round. And Allsop into Zagadou there from a foul. And we get the danger away. Just before half-time, Zaydas gets the ball in. Bocone gets the ball out, and Larison nods the ball to Edimar. Lovely switch out to Antonio Marin. He's one-on-one with Allsop. Great defending from the young Englishman, but poor pass, and they just managed to get that out. Poor header from Zagadou, but Tellier just about picks that ball up, and again it's loose from the defensive midfield now. We just someone needs to get a foot on the ball, and looks like Chelsea have done that. Zaydas out to Vinicius Junior, and they're patiently building the player. Bentancur out to Vinicius Junior again, cuts inside, tries to find Victor Hugo, goes for goal, and it whistles past that right hand post. But we're still 2-0. Lots of action in this first half. Lewis Cook, lovely switch out to Bilal. Is he going to find Marin down that wing? No, he tries to get the cross in and it's blocked, and they play from the back. Good press from Marquise and from Larison, but they get the ball through to Vinicius Junior. But great block from Lewis Cook, been great for us in the last couple of episodes. Van der Hurst trying to get there ahead of Kepa, but Kepa comes out, claims really well, but he He releases really quickly, and we come in on the attack again. Marquise down that left-hand side. Marin been brilliant for us in today's game. Lovely switch out to Tellier into Edimar. Ball in. Van der Hurst is there, and Van der Hurst scores a hat-trick of headers just before half-time as his 10th goal of the season. Great assist from Edimar on that right-hand side. It was a bit scrappy going end-to-end. Both teams losing possession. Gets half a yard, swings it in, and Van der Hurst loses his man. 3-0 Newcastle. And that's half-time. Dominant display here from Newcastle. Yeah, we've been potentially weaker to a counter-attack from Chelsea, but we've kept them out. And Van der Hurst coming in and doing what we paid him for. 3 goals in around about 20 odd minutes. Fantastic performance from him, and just kept the Chelsea at arm's length. Just gonna say, you might be winning, but that could all change. Make sure you continue your focus, go back out there and do the same again. Edimar on the counter-attack, and Gallardo has brought him down, and he's already on a booking, and it's going to be sent off. That's his second yellow card for Maximiliano Gallardo, and it's going to be a free kick to us. Van der Hurst, I think, stepping up, but we're not going to see it. Not worthy of a replay anyway. And let's go see last few seconds of the game. Pellegrini back to Zaydas. Chelsea now down to 10 men, and second half was relatively boring, other than a sending off for Gallardo at left back, and first half really took it away from Chelsea. Van der Hurst in absolute prime goal scoring form today, and really set our dominance against Chelsea. That is the full time whistle. Chelsea 0, Newcastle 3. Arno van der Hurst with a 9.6, 23 minutes for his hat trick, 3 headers. Fantastic performance from the young Dutchman. So that is it for today's episode. As you can see, West Ham beat Everton, Spurs beat Watford, United beat Palace, and Liverpool and Leicester drew. So we are 8 points clear of West Ham. United and Tottenham are further 3 points back from that, so 11 points clear of those. And then there's a bit of a gap between Tottenham, United, and then Brighton and Leicester on 27 points. Chelsea, we beat today, are on 26 points, and then City back in 23. Liverpool down in 12th on 18 points, and Arsenal only picked up 12 points so far in their opening 14 games. Huge deficit between those two teams and the other top 6-7 teams. So it could be a real battle for them to get back to that top 6 play. That is it for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. 8 points clear ahead of West Ham when we play them next in the league. So that'll be the next up for you on Friday. West Ham at home. They come to St James's Park, and let's see exactly what they're made of when they play us. First versus second there, and then we have to go to the Mestalla and at least get a point to secure top spot in our Champions League group. But that is it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do drop it a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and tick the little bell icon so you're notified every time a video drops in your sub boxes. But until next time, when we play West Ham and Valencia, I'll see you soon.